Traveling northbound from Canada's capital to the icy expanses of Iqaluit, this journey is more than a passage. It's a reconnection, a rediscovery of roots buried deep in the Arctic ice. Iqaluit, the capital of Nunavut, is rich in history and culture, reflecting the resilience and heritage of its Inuit community. Flying over vast landscapes, the anticipation grows. Each mile brings me closer to a community profoundly affected by climate change. The ice, our lifeblood, is slipping away, and with it, pieces of our identity.
Hi, how are you?
Not bad. How's the flight?
Good. Hi, Nicole.
I'm good. How are you?
Hi, Inuki. Kunilallago. Too handsome.
He just woke
Nothing now. Nah.
The excitement of seeing family again was a perfect welcome. The air is crisp, and there's a palpable sense of anticipation. Tomorrow, the real adventure begins, the hunt. It's going to be a big day, filled with new experiences and challenges. As I settle in for the night, I reflect on the day's journey and prepare for the adventures that lay ahead. This morning, we are on our way to my cousin Pakak's in-laws' house. Growing up in Sanirajak, I didn't get the opportunity to go out hunting because I was always told, in the 90s and pre-90s, it's typically male that would go out on the land and would hunt and provide for the family. I've done a lot of fishing in Sanirajak and in Nunavut, but this is really my first time hunting, and I feel like going out on the land to hunt is something that's going to be very intimidating for me because I've never experienced it, so I'm pretty excited to see what we can hunt today. Traveling to the floe edge won't be for the faint of heart. Our crew, led by my cousin Pakak and fellow hunters, will journey 75 kilometers on a kamutik across the frozen Arctic Ocean. Traditionally made from mammal bones and pulled by dog teams, modern kamutik are wooden sleds often equipped with a wind-protected box and now pulled by skidoos. The journey across the sea ice will be treacherous, especially now with climate change causing the ice to thin and the hunting season to shorten. The ice can crack without warning, turning a vital route into a deadly trap. Each step on the ice will feel like a gamble, with nature constantly reminding us of its power and unpredictability.
So how long will this floe edge be this big for? When will it start to
Probably by next week it'll be at that point.
It'll change every day.
change every day?
With the full moon this coming,
Yeah, there's full moon coming.
or the no moon.
Yeah, big tides.
So the new moon means that it's going to push everything.
Big tides are when the big tides come, big current and wind comes.
All this, right? Washing away,
It's gonna wash out.
looking out.
And that's pretty consistent with new moons and full moons and stuff. That's interesting.
The ice has been freezing different because it's been warmer waters, right? And you could tell because we don't get ice now till almost January, end of December. We don't even get to do Christmas parade no more, man.
No.
And then because of that, the ice goes real fast because it flash freezes when it gets super cold instead of freezing gradually like it normally used to do. The ice gets like this where it breaks real fast.
And that's usually in January.
Nowadays,
Late January, we're on the ice.
When was it before?
December, November, December,
We used to go
down the bay.
down.
Nowadays, you can't even go down in the middle of the bay no more. When I was a kid, flowage used to be between the islands over there.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's from Sanirajak, it's a chain of islands to the other side of the bay. And when I was a kid, we used to go flowage down that way.
And now we just sit here.
What What are the regulations around hunting for Inuit in Nunavut?
As a beneficiary, we don't have hunting seasons, so if I could.
You heard it?
You heard it.
Probably have it.
Ice, bro. You might hear a seal go. As a beneficiary, you could hunt year-round without needing a license. So in the spring, I can shoot geese. While, in the south, you'd have to wait till the fall.
Mm-hmm.
I can hunt seals year-round. The only tagged animals we have here are polar bear and caribou.
Mm-hmm.
And the caribou season's usually in the beginning of fall, but the polar bear tag season's open year-round. And it just depends on if there's tags available, which there usually is. I hope that seal comes before the ice.
Oh yeah, the ice is really coming, eh?
Yep, he's right over there. Where? Then we going behind the ice every time.
You see him?
Where? Is it behind the ice?
Yeah, it was on the other side of the ice.
Should we go to that chicken Pakak?
He's outward that.
Western policies and ideologies around seal hunting have significantly impacted the Inuit way of life, leading to economic, cultural, and nutritional challenges. The international bans on seal products caused a collapse of the sealskin market, increasing poverty and instability in Inuit communities. The decline of seal hunting has eroded cultural practices, weakened social structures, and affected the diet and health of Inuit, as seals provide essential nutrients. These policies have also undermined Inuit self-determination and fostered misunderstandings of their sustainable hunting practices. The multifaceted effects highlight the need for policies that respect and support Indigenous rights and knowledge systems.
It's the same
Is it
ice,
the
it's
same
just
piece?
floating around, yeah.
It's getting me all excited. What's that that's up? It's the same thing for sure?
Yeah.
That's ice?
Yeah.
Oh.
Waiting for some signs, or sometimes they disturb the water a little bit.
Paddled and pushed that piece of ice down.
They're right in our view, eh? He's slowly coming across. Seems like he's feeding around here and just... They're very sensitive to noises, I feel. Very noise-sensitive animals. There's some noises people do too, AJ. You hear like some elder, they whistle or they scratch.
Yeah, that's why I was brought my nitsuko.
Usually, me, when I'm at the flow edge, I'd say like 15 minutes till you expect it to need air or a big breath. So they always use their nose.
Hopefully it's not smart enough to try to leave or get stuck.
There's a lot of things that was going through my mind, and just kind of thinking about, how my family, like my mom and her siblings and my grandparents and my ancestors before them, how they've been able to survive for time immemorial in these frigid temperatures and standing and waiting patiently at a seal hole to get a seal. And here we were sitting around with rifles, waiting for that. So it was kind of like a reawakening, if that makes any sense. We weren't fortunate to have a seal, but we have been very fortunate to have spent today together and to immerse ourselves on the ice at the Sina, the flow edge.
Inuit throat singing is raw, rhythmic, and deeply tied to the Arctic. Traditionally sung by women, it echoes the sounds of the land, wind, animals, and the heartbeat of nature. Today wasn't much of a successful hunt thanks to climate change. The geese haven't flown north yet, and the seals were smart enough to schedule their hunting appointments for another day. The shifting patterns of wildlife are just one of the many ways the environment is reminding us of its delicate balance. Iqaluit sits on Baffin Island's Frobisher Bay and serves as a bustling hub of the territory. Beneath its rugged Arctic surface, you will find a variety of interesting and sophisticated businesses like NuBrew that are attempting to adapt to the challenges that climate change are presenting.
I'm curious to know if there's perhaps challenges or worries you might have around climate change and how it could really impact NuBrew, and what are those?
There's worries about the shifting climate affecting shipping. I mean, we rely on ships getting our product up here, for all the ingredients up here every year. The climate might be warming, but it's just, essentially it's changing, so the shipping channels can be blocked by ice next year, when they usually wouldn't be. From the brewery perspective, I'm always looking at ways to minimize our impact. We pay electricity to cool down the beer because it has to be at a specific temperature through the process. So we're looking at a project to, instead of using electricity to cool down the beer, use the outside temperature. From October through May, we should be able to keep the beer cold with just ambient air temperature outside, which should save us. In the end, we'll save the brewery money on power, but also that's not power that needs to be generated using diesel generators in town.
Yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned ice, because that's, you know, a lot of the experience that I have been going through anyway since coming into Iqaluit. You know, going out to the Sina, seeing all of the, for me anyway, all of the different cracks in different areas, and listening to, you know, my cousin talk about the floe edge and how the ice has really deteriorated in the past week and a half.
Yeah. You never know how the sea ice is going to shift and change year to year, and we're going to just see more extremes. And I enjoy getting out on my snowmobile all through April and into May. And this year, there wasn't much in April that I could do.
Well, cheers to the floe edge.
Cheers.
How will climate change hit Iqaluit's unique establishments? Brace yourself. The effects are harsh. Melting ice disrupts traditional hunting and fishing, while local economies take a hit as resources dwindle. Culturally, Western influence and the loss of elders' knowledge threaten to erase traditions. It's a battle to balance modern life and ancient heritage, and the clock is ticking. Time to document, adapt, and fiercely protect what's left. Having a family dinner with Pakak's family, the Picos, is an experience of connection and tradition. My aunt, uncle, cousins, and their children gather around sharing caribou stew, a hearty and flavorful dish, and frozen raw Arctic char, carefully sliced using a woman's knife known as an uru. These foods, known in Inuk as tuktu and Iqaluit, embody the rich culinary heritage of Inuit. The warmth of family and the richness of our traditional foods create a bond that transcends generations. As we eat, we talk about the changes we've seen in our environment. There's a palpable concern for the future, but also a sense of resilience. These conversations are just as nourishing as the meal itself, grounding us in our heritage while we face an uncertain future.
There's a few times that I've heard now some of the changes, like Upa had mentioned earlier, all of the snow that used to sit just in your backyard here that isn't there anymore, so you can't take a skidoo here out onto the ice.
We have to park them at the beach now.
Yeah, like in front of the house, if you get a chance to take some pictures, usually on the long weekend in May, the 24th of May weekend, you know, me and Wally, Pakak, the family, we could leave here in my house on the skidoo and go right down over the hill to our cabin.
On the ice.
5 miles down the bay, and then be able to come right back up, you know. Now we need a trailer to get out of the yard. There's not enough snow. That's a change of about 3 weeks. So that's a huge difference. You can see it in town. It melts a lot faster. What happened this spring comes earlier, and you could have real melting for 2 days, and all of a sudden everything is ruined around town. Out on the land, it's still kind of winterish, but the ice is more dangerous to travel on. It seems like the salt water is warmer and it's eating the ice from above, even though it might be 35 below zero. The ice is not freezing the way it used to be because the ice is warmer, and scientists are starting to prove that now. And the Inuit have been saying that for years.
Inuit have thrived in the harsh Arctic climate by relying on Inuit Kawimayak, a system of knowledge that's pure science. This isn't just a tradition, it's practical, time-tested science. Western scientists need to recognize this and integrate Inuit knowledge into their own. Bridging these perspectives is crucial for addressing the challenges of our changing world.
What do you think he's gonna experience with the changes that's like the weather?
He's gonna experience boating in the winter, probably.
Depends if the North Atlantic drift goes up on that coast.
Hopefully he might be able to experience caribou hunting freely. I want him to experience, like when I was a kid, we got to see, the kids, we got to watch the men catch caribou and carry them to the camp. And like David, the one we caught with David and Gary and them. Or like the ones I was on top of the hill you shot. That's stuff I want him to experience, but how can we experience that if you're stuck on a lottery tag system, That sometimes feels rigged because it's the same families every year getting drawn for tag.
And it's only one per household.
So I already know he's not going to experience the same childhood I got.
Yeah, it's hard to pass down skills, right? How do you pass down skills if you only get one?
And then now people laugh at Baphomet when they go to the West and get a chance to hunt because they don't know what to do with the caribou after they shot it. And it's not their fault that they don't know, right? But I want him to experience that kind of stuff, and it's very questionable.
Climate change and colonization have cast a shadow of uncertainty over Inuit communities. How will the next generation draw from their past to navigate and survive the future, ensuring the prosperity of Inuit for generations to come? I am so unbelievably thankful and grateful for the opportunity to be able to immerse myself in Iqaluit. There's really no words to describe what this meant to me as an Inuk living in rural southern Canada, to be tapping into the experience that I had. I really feel like I've been able to find grounding in my own life. So I'm really looking forward to what next season is going to look like, because I'm definitely coming back. I'm coming back, and I want to see and experience the changes in the next season.